It is Wind Down Wednesday, thanks to the Sarasota-Manatee Originals. And one of the originals, Michael's on East, joins us today. Pastry chef Ray is here. We're having a full excitement meltdown because of all the pies and all the tricks that you can learn from a true expert. So we're going to talk about crust today, which is not easy.
Yes. Exactly. And it's actually not difficult. That's the whole thing.
Easy
Everybody thinks it's, you know, everything, it's all about cold.
Okay, so share every trick.
Okay. Cold. You want everything to be ice cold. So what this is a pound of butter.
Okay.
And 5.5 cups ice cold butter.
Yeah.
5.5 cups of flour.
Okay.
Little salt. Little sugar if you want it sweet. No sugar if you want to do a savory like the meat pie.
Okay.
And then you put it in the food processor.
So no shortening.
I do not do shortening.
Okay.
But now, this has been in the food processor, and you pulse this. Now, I want everybody to feel that. Feel those little chunks of butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, when you roll this out...
Can you do this with a hand mixer for the people that don't have a KitchenAid or
there's
whatever?
a tool. You can use 2 knives and crisscross it. And there's also a pie dough cutter. Yeah.
Okay.
But the food processor seems to work best. So once you get it to this, then it's just a cup of ice cold water. I mean, ice in the water.
You put ice in the water?
I put ice in the water, and then I strain it through a sifter. So this, the water goes into my crust and not the ice.
Got it.
And how much sugar went into this?
2 tablespoons.
So not a lot of sugar, even for the sweet one.
Because you get so much sweet going in the filling.
Yeah.
You really don't need it in the shell. And to be honest with you, I generally don't put sugar in my pie dough.
Okay, got it. I never have either. All right, so here's my question. I'm making a pie like this. So I'm like, oh, I'll make a 1-crust pie. But you say never just make 1 crust.
Always double the recipe because you need that extra. And then
No,
not the filling,
just the pie.
But then because you can always take some of this extra dough and we can cut little leaves and little decorations.
So you mean when we screw up the pretty outside, we can fix it?
You fix it. You cover it.
Extra dough.
You cover it up with a little pretty leaf.
See?
Or a little.
Even the expert screws
Exactly.
up.
Of course we do. Nothing is perfect. But I know, Stephanie, you said you're having trouble with crimping.
Yes.
Okay, this is, well, first of all, I want you to look at this dough. If you can you see all the butter that's in there?
It's
beautiful.
Chunky.
All that butter is going to melt.
Okay.
And it's going to leave pockets.
Oh.
And that's what's going to give you that crispiness. I want you to see, this is a blind bake. So I baked this without filling, but then look at the layers of crunch that are there.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
that's going to give you that flaky crust.
Now we need to prick it with a fork, right? So we don't bubble?
The blind baking I do. I usually put it in the freezer, dock it, prick it with the fork, dock it, and then bake it off.
All these
so
words.
this we could use for lemon meringue or something, chocolate cream, something that doesn't have to go back in the oven.
These all bake with the fillings inside.
These all bake with the filling inside.
Okay.
So Stephanie, you wanted to crimp?
Let's do
I mean, how easy is this? Look, 1, 2,
Oh, it looks so
3.
easy.
Now, one of the
4.
reasons it works for you, though, is because you have a lot of extra, and that's because you made more than 1 crust.
I want it to overhang because I want, and this also gives you more filling.
Oh, right. Put more in, and it won't boil over.
Exactly.
You're pulling it in almost. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just pinching and going along. Now, here, if you guys want, here's a little egg wash, and you're going to do a lattice.
Okay. All right, so I have another question. Look at the size of Chef Ray's apples. They are huge. All right, so you don't go thin, you go thick. Is there a reason?
Because I don't want the apples to be mush.
Ah.
I want, when I bite into the apple, I want a little bit of...
You want to know it's an apple.
I want to know it's an apple. I don't want applesauce.
And what else is on the apple? I taste the tang.
I got a little bit of cinnamon,
a little bit of
nutmeg,
lemon?
a little bit of lemon.
Ah, that's what I taste.
You always need that little bit of acid, always.
That's so good to remember.
Because it brings out the flavors. So then what you're going to do is you're going to lay these across.
I need about 10 minutes with Chef Ray. Yeah. We're going to run out of time.
I need a whole show.
He does need a whole show. Listen, for you to teach us how to make the perfect pie is worth a whole show.
It is.
For those of you that don't want to make the perfect pie, you want to order at Michael's on East.
Of course.
Definitely.
Because Thanksgiving orders are being taken now.
Right now, exactly.
All right, and get them in because Thanksgiving is only 2 weeks away and they get crazy busy. Bestfood.com. And Chef Ray is the best at pies. I mean,
Yes.
look at that. It's beautiful.
Oh
we
my
just
God.
learned secrets. Woo-hoo.